So we will be going into my older neighborhood, or basically the neighborhood that I was raised in as a young teen. And when I started writing, and I got my first Sid Field book and cut a triangle. No, I'm not a triangle. What am I talking about? Rectangle. It's a rectangle. I think the first time I cut a triangle on accident, but it was a rectangle into the back of a folder page, so that you would have like this to look through, like that. So when you're writing about these things that you can see through.
Right.
The nose, the cheekbones.
Pause it real quick.
Okay,
Sure this is the right street?
No, it's not. I'm taking an early turn off on it. Okay. So that you can see through the world through what's called a viewfinder. So it was like a rectangle, and you could move it around. So that way things were isolated when you were writing. It was a Sid Field book for screenwriting. It's still popular. That's the first thing he teaches. He teaches to look through that, which is what you're looking through. Because you can't like write well, you can write a novel and then turn it into a screenplay. But what Sid Field was teaching was a guide. He was teaching a screenplay, it was a book about how to write a screenplay, but it was a guide. So what that means is that it was a way that you should write it, so that if you were to follow that guide, then you would be able to go, oh, okay, yeah, we can put the shot here and stuff like that. And it was like screenplays are judged based upon that visual imagery, is what Sid Field was talking about. It's like, it's different than a book and than a poem or anything like that. It's, you fade in here and you cut here, and, you see a lamp, and then, you see a street lamp, and then there's a brick house, and, all that stuff tells a story. And that's what Sid Field was talking about. I didn't even know they have these street lamps here now. They didn't have them when I was a kid, I don't think. Or I don't remember them. It's really crazy. And it was this house that has the Christmas lights on. That was the house that I was pretty much raised in. So someone else is living there. I lived in that room right there. My girlfriend Mildred would sneak in through that window right there through the bushes. My mom put nails in the window and the windowsill so she couldn't get in. She nailed the window shut so my girlfriend wouldn't be able to get in, and I'd hide her in the closet. She'd have a bottle of champagne with her. Anyway, she's probably in Germany now. And these are street lamps. See them?
Yeah, I see them.
Oh, look. Right there. Phaedra. Her name was Phaedra. She lived, I think, in one of these houses. And I had another friend, I don't remember his name. I guess they were both redheads. So Phaedra, I think she was going to be a nurse. Maybe she might have lived there. Then I had a friend, I don't remember his name, but we'd dress him up and take him to Dallas. And he lived in one of these houses over here. Anyway, and then I had another friend over here. He was a Jewish guy. And he was one of our lead actors at Pascal in our theater department. His name was Mark Friedman is what he went by. He's probably getting his lawyers. But Craig Misfelt, who was also kind of like a filmmaker and did horror films like Friday the 13th remakes, Jason Voorhees remakes. And I was in one of his student films, and I think this house right here, that's Craig Misfelt's old house. It's got like, look at this though, look at this right here. Mm-hmm. That's one of his windows. Right. He was a big Nicolas Cage fan. That's where Mark lived, Mark Friedman. And one time we put poop in a bag and we rang the doorbell. And I think I actually lit the bag on fire so that he'd have to stomp on the poop. I don't know if he did that though. I don't think it lit. I think I just put the poop on the... Craig made the bag and told me to do it. But Craig had a thing called the 4-H Club. And they would smash pumpkins along these roads. It's a true story. They would take pumpkins and throw them. This is before the smashing pumpkins were popular. But they'd throw the pumpkins out of the windows. And he went as Terminator for Halloween. And I just wore a leather jacket. And I guess I went as the Fonz or something. And I had like jet black hair that went up like a pompadour. Yeah, I guess it was like the Fonz. I don't know what I went as. I went as a Depeche Mode fan, and he was a big time filmmaker. He was going to go to UCLA. I don't know what happened to him though. I think he married one of his high school sweethearts and had some children, and I don't know what they're doing now. But anyway, one of these houses. This is totally the neighborhood that I grew up in. I used to drive my Porsche, my 914 red Porsche hardtop. It was a Roadster. It was a 1973. It was red, and they're really rare, and they're great cars, but they don't go like really fast or anything. I had one, and I drove it all around here and stuff like that. It's gonna be one of these houses right here. So we learned so we can help others. Now, let's say you schedule a 1 hour shift, or if you do a 10-hour shift, that's fine too. I think it only lets you do like 5 or 6 hours at a time. I don't really know. I haven't explored that part. But if you're working the FVR app, right, you want to turn off, well, if you're doing like, let's say an hour, like I said earlier at the beginning. So let's say you're doing 1 hour shift and something happens and you have to turn it off. You want to turn off early assignments and say pause new FVR, okay? Some will get that, and the ones that are literal and need everything explained, okay, they won't. So some will get what I'm talking about, and then some won't, and that's fine. That's how life is. But you want to pause new, I'll say assignments, okay? And then you switch on the other one and you say no early assignments or something. I don't even know what it says. No early orders or something like that. Pause, or what does it say? No early orders. About early. What does that say right there? Fierce is forever. It's a bank. Anyway. But you know what I mean. You want to pause new, and then you want to take off early assignments is what I'm going to say for it now. I'll have to look at it. Give me a second. I'll have to look at it. What I'm trying to explain is if you did 1 hour shift and you want to get out of it early, then you want to pause or turn off the early assignments. But you do want to pause. Okay, I'm trying to say it right so when you look at it, you'll know. You want to pause new, and I don't want to say the company that I work for, but it's no, hang on, don't say that. You want to pause new FVR, okay? I'm using only abbreviation. And you want to turn off early assignments, okay? The reason why is because when you try to get out of that other one, you'll have another one on backup. You'll hit stop RUNNING, okay? Yeah, I can say stop running. Yeah, stop running. And that will supposedly turn it off, but there could be an assignment there, and then the little screen gets all weird and it says reassignment, and that's bad. So what I'm trying to teach you to do is I'm trying to let you know that you can stop it in the middle of a shift, but you have to turn off early assignments and you have to pause the new FVR orders, okay? And then you'll know that whenever you turn it off, the little timer will go on and you're like, okay, what do I do now? You know, you have to hit run, or you have to hit the stop that says run. And then you just hit stop running and then you can get out of it. It's really weird. I'm not going to show you because the show is purely like diegetic, kind of like documentary style. So you're just gonna have to listen and figure it out or try it out. But what that does is it prevents you from getting what's called reassignments, which you don't want to get. Which I think is so stupid anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna show you some cool stuff right here. Anyway, if you can understand that, some will get it, some won't. But I'm just trying to keep you from getting reassigned, because they get all Nazi about reassignments, okay? Meaning they get kind of pushy about it, you know. And they know you're trying to turn it off, you know. They know you're trying to go back to your life and go back to your family. They know all this stuff, but they don't care. So you have to be kind of careful when you're trying to turn it off in the middle of the shift. The best thing to do, okay, here's my advice. The best thing to do is just let that shift hour run out. And it'll make a little beep noise, and then you'll know that shift is over with. So if you commit to a 4-hour block, or as they say, a 4-hour shift, the best way to get out of it is to wait for that 4 hours to be up. But there's a way to get out of it in the middle, because I do it all the time. Because I'm also her rideshare driver too, as well as her husband, right?
Yes.
Okay. So people know. I like the red light better. Okay. Ultimately, it's going to say your running session is complete, and then that's safe to, you know, then you're good. Okay. Then you don't get reassigned. That's all I'm trying to say, is kind of look out a little bit. You can't just turn it off automatically, but you can, as long as you turn off early assignments and you pause the new ones. So I never say the name of the company that I'm working for on this particular one. And if you're a cop, you need to know, grow up and get a real job. You know, you were the one. Okay. We're going to finish out until 7:30, and then we're going to head back, and I'll start editing. We're at Hewlin Mall. I grew up around here, too.
So do you have the places ordered? Do you get them?
Do I have to?
Ordered, yes.
I don't know. I'll have to look at that in a minute. If that's the case, it'll be done. It's a little place called BJ's.
Yeah.
A waiter for a minute. All right, there's like no one here.
There's a bathroom police over there. No,
that's pretty much all. That's pretty much where they need to be. Only.
She's like, you can't go in the bathroom.
He's taking a crap while the donuts and sausage that they stuff down their throat. Okay, you about ready?
Yeah, ready. All right, watch out.
Just to let you know, we've got big smiles. Big smiles on our faces. Here, Linda, show them the smile.
Hi.
Big smiles.
Yeah, hi.
Big smiles on our faces. Big smiles. We got your order, and we're going to drop it off at your door with a big smile. Look. See that? It's a big old smile. And it's coming to your door. And it's coming to your door. That's how Linda does it. She goes, it's just like Lucille Ball or something would do. Marlon Brando. A female Marlon Brando. She doesn't talk like this. So I swallowed a bug. 4108.
That's 9.
Okay, so we're close by. Probably this one. Probably, yep. I think it's that one. See if I can see it. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. All right, we are picking up banana splits at Brahms, and they get sticky. It's like glue. If you stick your finger in there, boom. But we're gonna drop it off at your doorstep soon. And welcome to the Please Subscribe show. Right, Linda?
Yes. On the Please Subscribe show.
Welcome to the Please Subscribe show, yeah. We're gonna be seeing Edmund here pretty soon. So Edmund's gonna pop up, drinking his water and all that kind of stuff. You know, Edmund the cat. Okay, so we have learned, in this particular one, we extended our shift by an hour at 6:30. Now it is 7:30. So it is safe now, you know, to end it. It's better just to let the app, you know, stop on it rather than hit stop running. But if you do hit stop running, you want to take off those early assignments. I just wanted to make sure you understood that. Okay. All right. It's kind of a love letter to all those that want to deliver, is what I would say. A lot of the Please Subscribe show is kind of a love letter. I think I missed that. No, wait. Parkway is where we're at right now. Okay. Okay, we got to get that.
Going to Brahms, picking up two.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't catch it. Okay.
Now we wasted time.
Okay. Now.
Show me the address.
Right. Now you're on target. Now you're on target. Remember, you're the navigator. Big smiles on our faces. We've got big smiles on our faces. We're picking up the Brahms. We're going to drop it off at your doorstep. Okay? Big smiles. Huh. That is actually what we're looking for. It'll look like that right there. That is known as Brahms, okay? Now, that's a funny joke with me. Seinfeld doesn't understand it, though. He'll just be real quiet, and everyone else around him will be laughing. And it's like, why isn't Seinfeld laughing? And I'll just say it wasn't logical enough for him to laugh at. He's got to have all this logic and stuff and all this math problems and stuff. I don't need it. I know it's funny, okay? Because what in the world this guy's talking about is funny. It always is. And look, that's Brahms right there. We're picking up your banana split and we're gonna drop it off at your doorstep. Now we know. See, we hit the bottom part of the app. Or was it the top? It was the top. I don't know. It was the top part of the app.
The
top leads it to the customer. So we drove by the customer's house, make sure they were all okay. We wanted to stop in and say, "Hi, we're here to pick up your order." We just want to introduce ourselves. I'm Cole. This is Linda. We just wanted to let you know that we're on our way to pick up your order. We went by the customer's house first because you can hit the wrong button. They have a 50-50 thing. It's hard to explain. All right. They give you a 50-50 shot to mess up. It's not foolproof. That's why you can accidentally go to the customer's house. I just got a gig from Rhodey, but I'm not gonna, okay, you're going in there. We're gonna get banana splits and drop off at your door. Oh, this is the receipt. Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah. Appreciate it. Ketchup.
Yes.
You're eating ketchup.
Yes. Let's get back to work. Come on.
That's the Christmas tree. Very nice. Banana splits are going in here.
Did you place the order? Did you remember to place the order?
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's going in here. Little cactus.
There you go.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. You have a good night. I'm gonna do it this way. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Oh, that's about
Yeah, but
$6.
see, I don't know how they do it where without. Yeah. I'm gonna do it that way. There we go.
Those are actually $4.99.
Yeah, and then we got this stuff we gotta use. Wait a minute. She's ready for dinner. So we're gonna drop these off, and then you enjoy your banana splits, and Linda's ready to make dinner. We sometimes have a problem going by the customer's house before we get the food. And the reason why, once I say again, the top part is the customer's address, the bottom part is the restaurant's address, and you can tap on it. It's a little blue thing, but it's kind of small, fine print kind of thing, and you can just easily make that mistake. Now, all the other apps don't allow you to do that. What's interesting is after you pick up, like for example, when we picked up the banana splits at Brahms, it just says navigate Waze, and it just takes you to their thing.
I thought it was 1.5 miles away.
It's 3.3. It's 3.3. Where we were, so you don't want to make that mistake that we just made. We drove here first before we got the food. It's comical, but it kind of hurts a little bit because you lose a little bit of gas, so you don't want to make that mistake. So be sure to hit the right one, and you got to get it kind of ordered. You got to do a little logistics in your head. All right, so we'll be dropping this off very soon. We get their banana split right here. It's this one right here. I'm sure of it. This is in. I'm just gonna put it at the door, but. It's an in-person thing, but it means it doesn't require a photo. So I do a video anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I like the coat. It looks good on you.
Is this your normal coat?
It's been my coat for a long time. Way before Stars Born, Jackson Maine stuff. That was my coat. So I hope he didn't get that idea from my coat, because he has a coat like that. If you've ever seen the movie. Anyway, that's actually my real coat from the Gap. It's a Gap coat.
What's next?
We're looking for discounted meat.
Wait, well, we still got 2 cans, but let's get
I really like these 7-Up Christmas trees. They're pretty cool. It's basically a Christmas tree. It's made of 7-Up. I got this really long story about 7-Up, but I'm not going to tell it right now, because I'm saving on editing time. You can also get Canada dry. Oh, Canada, and Squirt too. Squirt's another good one. It's a Christmas tree. This one's just mostly soda, Coca-Cola. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Yeah, they have more cameras here than, Warner Brothers. And another camera all through here. In this case, you're a single father or a single mother, or you just, get the temptation. They don't have it right here in the school supplies, so take all the pens you want. Oh, this is cool. No, I'm just joking. Not about that. It's about joking about the pins. That's no joke. So. All right, I got a piece of bread.
What's it always so hard to find frozen ravioli? It's hard to get it at Walmart.
I don't know. I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
Can That'd be enough to get us through the
All right, well, we'll make some pasta. She figured out her cheese, so we're gonna get some cheese. We're making like, are we making raviolis? What are we making? Some sausage, Italian pasta sauce thing, or anyway, get cheese. So she got her cheese now, and we're headed back.
Look, somebody left eggs sitting here. Look at that. Look at that. That is horrible. They're probably gonna put it back. That's how people get sick.
And I wanted to touch the scanner thing or whatever, so it ripped it off and got the other part of the bagel, so throw it away. This one is actually, this Kroger's in the rougher part of town, but they have this one that's new. Don't Worry Darling, and then of course they still have Top Gun Maverick. Yeah.
They're good cats.
I'm just looking to see if they have different stuff at different red boxes. They still have Elvis down there. And they're still doing Nope too. This one looked kind of good though. So, oh wow. Oh, they do have it. Yeah, they got Clerks 3. We'll just wait for it to get on YouTube. Let's go, come on. The reason why I threw away half that bagel is because it touched the scanner thing, you know, the weighers thing. So, but I have this roll thing that I'm eating now, and I didn't throw it away because of any weird reason. I told you to. Yeah, well, she told me to because it hit part of the scanner thing, so they use that for, you know, it's hard to say. Anyway,